untalked about running backs ever. I ain't got nothing to do with his personal life. O.J. Simpson is 72 years old. He's funny as hell on Twitter. Again, y'all, get on Twitter. That's what some of these dudes, they funny, they real cool. As long as you don't jerk out, you shouldn't have no problem on Twitter. People always talking about, them people on Twitter crazy. Only time you run into crazy people on Twitter if your ass is crazy. So if you crazy, stay off Twitter, and then you're going to have a problem. If you're not crazy, then damn it, get on there and have some fun with your boy HRap and have a whole lot of fun like I do. And that's how I be getting guests on my show. I get to talking to them, and they say, yeah, I'll come on, and then they be on the show. So actually, I haven't done that in a long time, but I want to go through my quarter year finals. I'm doing it in thirds. There's 16 games in the season. By week 16, you know who gonna win these awards. Now, MVP, he go my top three: Russell Wilson, Jacoby Brissett, and I almost choked. 1 second, y'all. Jacoby Brissett, and I'm gonna go with Patrick Mahomes in no specific order. Russell Wilson, Jacoby Brissett, and Patrick Mahomes are my top three in MVP right now. Defensive Player of the Year, it's only two dudes that's standing out on defense to me, and that's Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns and Khalil Mack here in Chicago, man. They kicking ass. Deshaun Watson, he number 4, D-Great. He number 4, but I only did 3 on the quarterback side. But yeah, Deshaun Watson kicking ass. I told y'all, man, Shy Brother be acting like he ain't got nothing to say, but he be having some good shit to say. I told y'all, man. He be trying to trick y'all, man. The brother know way more than he be letting on. Shy Brother be on some nonsense. Now, Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett and Khalil Mack are my top vote getters for that. Top 5 teams in the National Football League. The Seattle Seahawks is number 5, number 4, the Baltimore Ravens, the Minnesota Vikings number 3, the Kansas City Chiefs number 2, and the New Orleans Saints are number 1. I'm going to explain my position with those things. The Seahawks, they're getting their shit together, so I'm not going to put them at the top, but they are rounding into shape. It seems like it takes them 3 to 4 weeks before they get their act together. Once their defense get tightened up, like I know Pete Carroll will, they're going to be kicking ass. I lost my place. That's why I got Seahawks number 5. Ravens number 4. If Jim Harbaugh or John Harbaugh continues to keep the offense balanced, the Ravens are going to be unstoppable. If you're going to try to get a second-year quarterback to carry the team with his arm, but see, the defense is good, the running game is good, and nobody, if they balance out, my man, Shot Brother asked me why the Ravens, because they played better competition than most teams, and if they continue to balance out the offense, I don't think they're beatable, D-Great, because, you got Lamar Jackson with the dual threat. He can beat you with his arm. He just can't beat you with his arm flat out. But the Ingram, the offensive line, Hollywood Brown, Deshaun, the tight end, and that defense, I think that's why they got them right there. The Vikings, even though Kirk Cousins ain't worth 1,000 cookies, I like Zimmerman, the coach. I like Diggs. I like the running back Dalvin Cook. I like Phelan. And that's a divisional game, D-Grade. It's kind of like when the Cowboys and the Redskins, when they play, down to call them the Redskins. When the Cowboys and the Redskins, they usually play close games. But that was one of them weeks, again, that was one of those weeks that they kept trying to make they tried to make Lamar Jackson goddamn Dan Marino. Let him be who he is, and they'll continue to win. Next up, the Kansas City Chiefs. I got them up there because I like Andy Reid. I like the fact that he is starting to try to mix in the run, and I think this loss did them some good because then he'll realize it. Number 1 is the Saints. The reason I got the Saints number 1 is because the Saints has played some big time competition. They play some big time competition. What are you talking about? Used to be. I don't understand what you're saying. They play some big time competition. I think Sean Payton has rounded into shape with Teddy Bridgewater. Now he knows how to call the game with Teddy B. They got some good defense. They got the big time running backs down there. They got They got two nice lines, and they gonna kick ass and take names. I think the Saints are only gonna get better with each week. The defensive rookie of the year, Brian Burris from the Jacksonville Jaguars. He from Florida State. Yeah, I told y'all I'm a big time college football fan. Defensive end, he kicking ass. It's a currently toss between Josh Jacobs and David Montgomery. If the Bears get off their dumb ass, David Montgomery will run away with this. They want to make this dumbass Chase Daniels and this dumbass Mitchell Trubisky the show. But David Montgomery is one of the better young running backs in the league. Hopefully, this is the wake-up call that they needed. Run the hell out the ball. But Josh Jacobs got the Raiders looking like they're actually good. At the best, the Raiders going to win 8 games. And every time they get a ball to Josh Jacobs and stop trying to let Derek Carr win the game with this nonsense about it's a passing lead, they look better than they should. But those are the coach of the year. And it's because of what he's doing. I'm going to go with Frank Reich. Frank Reich lost one of the best players in the league. He has officially coached up Jacoby Brissett. And the Colts look like contenders. They got a solid team straight up and down in every phase of the game. Good secondary, good linebackers. They playing good defense, even though their best defender, linebacker out of HBCU, was out on concussion protocol. They still played the Chiefs to a draw. You got Mac kicking ass, Jacoby Brissett kicking ass. They kicking ass, they taking names in all phases of the game. They doing their damn thing. Buffalo, no, I ain't going with Buffalo because that quarterback can't throw. He might as well be the Bears quarterback, D-grade. I ain't going with him. And the surprise teams, they're not a surprise to me, but they're a surprise to the rest of y'all because I told y'all Jacoby Brissett was better than he thought he was. The Colts, well, actually I'm going to go from the back. The aforementioned Buffalo Bills from D-grade, they surprising everybody because Allen is throwing the ball better than he could, but throwing the ball better than he used to be is like saying I'm the tallest man in my house, and it's only me and my son, and he 5'9" and I'm 5'10". That don't make me tall. I'm just taller than him. So the Raiders, they shocked a few people. I have very little faith in John Gruden, but I do anticipate them being better than they thought because Josh Jacobs is exactly what I thought he would be, a dude who can balance out the pass rush and not have that coward chicken ass quarterback flinching, and he's doing better. A team that nobody's paying attention to, but they actually playing some good football is, this is going to shock y'all, the Detroit Lions. It's not manifesting itself in wins, but they are playing very good football. They're not winning, but they are competing. Sometimes when you are rebuilding your franchise, 2-1 and a tie, they let their foot off the gas, and that's why they lost that one. They should be 3-1, but I think the Detroit Lions are playing a lot better. They're getting that Patriot way going, and they're looking better. And the surprise team, that's why I got him coach of the year, and that's why I got Jacoby Brissett, one of the better players in the league right now. It's the Colts, man. The Colts are winning on every level, and it shows you. In football, tanking ain't the same as in baseball and basketball because all you need to do is create a culture and move forward, and you can do it. Now, again, man, I just want to dispel this myth about the running game, and they keep trying to make these rules about players getting hurt, quarterbacks getting hurt. The Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm glad the Pittsburgh Steelers, Kyle Rudolph, is doing better, but he got knocked out cold. He didn't get a lick to the head. He got hit in his chest. See, this is the problem. The NFL is not concerned about player safety. They're concerned about ratings. That's why they keep hyping up this nonsense about it's a passing league. No, it's a passing league because we all like the bomb. We all like when the quarterback throw the ball 65, 70 yards down the field. If you want to protect your quarterback, NFL, what you do is not throw the ball more, it's create a balanced running game. I'm sure if you were watching that game last night, the San Francisco 49ers played an outstanding brand of football last night, and they put themselves in a position to win the football game. So when you put yourself in a position to win the football game by keeping a balanced attack what happens is the game is equally exciting because I don't know anybody who's a football fan that don't like to see their running back get off, and everybody likes the bomb. So miss me with this nonsense. It's going to be a boring situation if you're running the ball. If you ripping off 8, 10, 12 yards, nobody that watches football is not looking for that. Balance it out, because if you're going to throw the ball 45 times, I guarantee your quarterback is going to get hurt. They keep talking about, we got to do something about the quarterback getting hurt. No, you don't. You have to run the damn football. If you run the football, defensive linemen like Khalil Mack, like Myles Garrett, like Chubb, like and the rest of these dudes, they don't get a chance to load up and knock your quarterback out of the game. You talk about Ben Roethlisberger getting hurt. You know why Ben Roethlisberger got hurt? He hurt his elbow throwing the football. Drew Brees banged his hand on a helmet. None of these quarterbacks are getting hurt due to sacks. So you don't have to do anything. You have to stop being lazy and falling for the okie doke. With that being said, it's time for me and the number one Chief Rocker that don't drink no Chief Vodka to do our picks. And I promise you this week, Chief, I will not lose the games. I really appreciate, the Chief is up 10 games on me. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a deficit. Chief will be calling in a second. We'll do our picks. And then once we do that, I'll send him a copy. And then we'll move from there. But it's going to be, as usual, it's going to be a good week in the National Football League, like it always is. We're waiting on the Chief, and then we're going to get this pick segment going. Get your ass on the phone, Chief. Turn that damn empire off, man. But like I said, man, if you want your quarterback to stay healthy, then stop throwing the ball on every freaking down. You must have balance. If you don't have balance, what's going to happen is this. You're going to get your block knocked off. Hey, Chief, it's getting close to the top of the hour. You got to hurry up and call because it's almost time to hit the Cara Burnett music. I'm so glad we had this time together. And it looks like the number one Chief Rocker ain't calling in. And seeing how the number one Chief Rocker ain't calling in, looks like our pick segment is suspended for 7 days. Well, here you go right here. I got the number one Chief Rocker, the master of Mondays, in the building. What's good, Chief? Holla at your boy, man.
Yo, what's going on, man?
It's all good, bro. Thanks for calling in. My bad for deleting the whole list.
Damn, you deleted the list.
I deleted the list, the whole list, because I had it on my phone. And I had it on my iPad, and they updated the software, and
Are you talking about the games for this weekend?
Yeah, for the games from all 4 weeks, all 5 weeks up until this point.
Oh shit!
Like I said, man, you up? I just said you won all 5 weeks. You up 10 games. I start off from week 6, 10 games in the hole, and then it's all good.
All right, let's go.
Okay, we got the first pick. The number one Chief Rockers game is the New York Football Giants versus the New England Patriots.
Oh shit, man, we missing motherfucking players. I don't even know if Barkley's gonna play, but I can never go against my boy. I'm gonna take the Giants.
As usual, king of the homers.
No, there ain't no homer. Hold up, every time New England was undefeated, we beat them bitches. So why not stop
the streak? Okay. Go for it. I'm going with the Patriots. They're in New England. Sorry, Chief. I ain't going with that. Carolina at Tampa.
Give me I'm gonna take Carolina.
I'm going with the Buccaneers. Jameis has been on a roll. And I think my man Todd Bowles is gonna heat up that young boy.
Let me make a quick announcement before we get to game 3.
Okay.
It's rated Cam or all you bandwagon Houston Astro fans. That's why they ain't in the show. But they watching Verlander get his motherfucking ass rocked. He got taken out the game in the 4th minute.
That was just, you know what?
Tampa, which they had. Huh?
You know what? That was just stupid on their part.